Media Matters is a not-for-profit progressive center dedicated to correcting conservative misinformation in the US media, according to their About page. Which is why I find a study they just did incredibly ironic, because to me, it does the opposite. The new study actually proves a point conservatives have been trying to make about the media for a long time. Media Matters studied Sean Spicer's first 48 press briefings for the report and compared that information to Josh Earnest's press briefings, who was Obama's press secretary, which you might not know, but more on that in a second. For their study, Media Matters used as the lead that Spicer has interacted with more conservative outlets than Earnest did, and that he cut the number of follow-up questions and the amount of time spent on each question. That's what they said was most important about their study's findings. But that's not what I found most interesting, because they also reported that the three main cable news networks, CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC, each aired at least 93% of Spicer's briefing time, while only covering just 2% of Earnest's. For real. They air almost every second of every time Sean Spicer talks, but Josh Earnest, they barely show it all. Ever. Only 2% of Obama's press secretary briefings were actually aired on our biggest news outlets. Which brings me back to that point that you might not even know Josh Earnest was Obama's press secretary because mainstream news never covered him. And that brings me back to that point that conservatives make all the time, that to me, this study proves. And that's the fact that the media gave Obama, and many Democratic presidents before him, a free pass. They were not grilling his press secretary about his back channels with Iran when he was pressing to get the nuclear deal done. They did not ask Earnest incessantly about all the deals Obama and his Secretary of State Clinton made with the Saudis, even though they made many deals. They did not press the White House about all the drone strikes or how Obama lied when he said I could keep my doctor. Nothing. None of it. Our media simply did not press the press secretary at all, to the point where 98% of Obama's press secretary's briefings were not aired. Which really proves the point that the media gave Obama a pass but is now relentless on Trump. And Media Matters then missed the implications of their own study entirely, proving even more just how partisan our media has become.